Recently, we attended the 2025 Music City Motorhome Expo VIP Experience in Nashville, Tennessee. And it was put on by National Indoor RV Center. This event was designed for the serious RV buyer for brand new RVs, and they were showing the 2026 never been seen before models by a number of manufacturers of all sizes and all makes, and they are all 2026. So if you're looking for a new RV, this is the place to be. And they will be having this, from what we understand, annually. This is their second one. It's quite an event. It's filled with not only being able to get into these RVs that have never been seen before, 2026, but you also get to see some educational seminars. They have exhibitors there and vendors. They have awesome entertainment at night. And remember, this is near Nashville, so the entertainment is top notch. But what I believe to be probably the most valuable part of this is you get to test drive any and all RVs that they have there on site. And you can do as many as you want all day long. So anyway, stick with us and we're going to show you our experience, which was a little bit different getting there. We didn't stay on the grounds. So come along and see our experience of this 2025 Music City Motorhome Expo VIP Experience near Nashville, Tennessee.
Birds are chirping and it's 3:07 in the morning. What the heck are you doing?
Oh my God, it's a 3:07. All right, we're going to Nashville. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
So it is 3 o'clock in the morning. We're doing something different, sort of. We're going to the VIP for National Indoor RV Center in Nashville. The different part is we're leaving Myles behind in Milwaukee. We're heading on a plane and flying down to Nashville.
Right. We were actually going to not attend this year because we had just positioned Myles in Milwaukee, and then the light bulb went on that there are a lot of folks out there that are in different parts of the country. They don't necessarily want to spend the time doing all the driving, but they do want to attend the show because of the utility on what a golden opportunity is to have so much fun and to basically do it for free. If this is the year you're buying, and if you've already decided that you're buying with National Indoor, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah, plus there are a lot of people that don't have RVs yet.
That's correct.
This will be one that they have to fly in to check it out. And drive any RV you want. That's the best part.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get going so we don't miss the plane, and then with a different segue we'd have to start talking about. A couple of OGM pro tips. First off, if you have a YouTube channel, remember, always have your glasses on.
Oh my God.
Second thing is when you walk through the gauntlet, when they have a Starbucks there, don't stop because it'll cost you $10. This way, it's $10 towards your Dutch Star. That's how you afford one. I'm going to get the free coffee on the plane. That's the Chan Man. Nice and cheap.
All right, so much for skipping Starbucks. That's $10 coming out of our funds for maintenance, you know.
You know, I was weak. I don't understand what's going on. The seat feels like it's miniature. Why is that?
We arrived in Nashville a day before the event started, and if you're in your RV, you can arrive a day early and get parked. But here's a pro tip. There's so much to do in the Nashville area, so why not schedule a few more days nearby to experience the area? Stick with us till the end, and we'll show you what we were up to with our early arrival.
So what we're doing is, on this particular video, we're pretending we're the potential RVer, or the RVer that's going to get into a new rig. We're pretending that we did not want to drive our RV here. For that matter, where we're at right now, it would have taken us 2 days to get here, and then 2 days to get back, and all the diesel fuel and everything you burn. So we realized that there's possibly a fair amount of people that would want to attend something like the VIP event by either flying here or driving their car here and staying in a hotel. And so that's, in fact, what we're doing right now. We're staying in a hotel. So we're going to get to experience now the different feel it is for us to sort of be people that drop in and drop out of this event all the time. I mean, let's face it, if you finally decided that you're either going to get a rig or upgrade your rig and you live in California, you may or may not want to drive all the way to Nashville unless you're going to dovetail that into a trip. So come on, Sue, let's go and check in and see what it's like on our second annual VIP Music City event that is conducted and run by National Indoor RV Center.
Once we were all checked in and got our name tags, we perused the exhibitors area.
So let's start from over here. So you want to cut to the chase. You want to get the right stuff from the right company right away. I'm not saying that this is necessarily the right model because this is a different color than ours, so I don't really know what's in here. But this is the company you need for your compressor to be able to fill your tires at a moment's notice when you discover that they're the wrong pressure. Then this baby, this is the baby that we have, the 770 model, the TST. Really, really like it. Love the screen, nice and big. This thing is brain dead easy to program, the little sensors and everything. We did a video on it. We'll link that up in the corner. We just did a video on this thing. We really, really love it. We got the big version because we're macho. That's the smaller one if you're trying to hide it in somewhere. We, of course, did a video on this. We love this thing. We love this thing enough that our old 2013 Honda that doesn't even have nav because we're too cheap to have a more up-to-date car, we put this and plunk it in the center of our dashboard and we feel like we have a nav unit. So we have two of these, not one, two. And this is what we probably should have, but I don't have that yet.
Why not?
I don't really know.
Ah, one of our favorite booths. We also scanned a QR code to get the Band Events app, which kept us connected for updates and changes. We also were able to go online to get a schedule of the seminars, a map, and event schedule. Pretty darn organized.
This is where everybody that's going to attend the show could expect to be. But you look that they're all on asphalt with these big rigs. The last thing that you want to do is to be in grass and be stuck. And you can see that they have a 50 amp hookup here. They have pump out service on one day in the center of your stay. You can see that they have water hookups here that they're sharing. And they've got them spread out quite a bit here. Their understanding of the rigs was such that they knew that these rigs had to be on the asphalt drives like this.
And they do have a shuttle service if you need it to get you between the show and the RV park area. Right, we just had a great breakfast and now we're wandering. We're over at the Freightliner area getting some information on all kinds of things that's happening here. Let's check this out. Overall, the days we were at the VIP Expo, Mark did a lot of talking with the Freightliner people and others. And we'll have a video coming out soon with what we learned about the preparation being made for the stricter 2027 EPA emission regulations for diesel engines. Make sure you hit the notification bell to let you know when we have new videos and updates. So this is kind of nice. They have snacks out throughout the day.
All nutritious food.
Highly nutritious. And like we said, those who attended the VIP Expo were the first to see the 2026 models from over 12 different RV manufacturers. Every evening we had dinner followed by entertainment. It was a great time also to check in with everyone and compare thoughts of all our experiences. The entertainment this evening was unique to us. It was a Nashville Writers Round with 4 songwriters from the Nashville area. Many of them were top hits and recognized. Others were new. Truly an amazing experience. The young lady on the keyboard is actually Angie Morell's daughter-in-law. A lot of talent here. Yeah, day 2. So we're heading in there. They are actually having breakfast for us today. Between 9 and 10. We're going to get there a little early so we can mingle.
And it's a full-blown breakfast.
It's like you're early, Mark.
Well, you can call me lazy, but don't call me late for breakfast.
Yeah, so this is a full day. Yesterday was check-in in the morning, afternoon, things going on. But full day seminars all day long, test driving all day long. So it'll be another cool day. Here we go. So like we said, one of the cool things is that we get to test drive, anybody gets to test drive anything. So we're hooking up with Darren and Tammy here, who we met last year, and they bought. But they're thinking they want a little bit bigger. So they are testing today. They're going to do one of the Entegras. This is the checkout. They're going to drive us over to where the RVs are parked for the test driving. And I get to go along for the ride. Before we took off, the person with us gave Darren everything he needed to know about this RV. Like I said, being able to test drive anything and everything you want is the best part of this VIP Expo event. At least I think so. And as you can see, RVs were being driven non-stop. Once we finally got a space to pull out, we were on our way. I have to say, this was a real-life test drive, not just driving around a racetrack. We were out in traffic and got onto the interstate to see how they drive. When the timing was appropriate, the person representing their product line, which is usually the lifestyle specialist, salesperson, they explained some of the features on the RV, like Easy Steer on this Entegra. Mark also had opportunities to go along for the test drives.
All right, I've decided to take a test drive with the Tiffin Zephyr here, and Michelle that's going to do the test drive. And why not? Because if you're the Chan man and you want to take a test drive, why not take it with one of the biggest, baddest Tiffins on the planet, the Zephyr? Let's get going. So, I mean, think about it. We're about to go on a test drive. Yeah. In the Zephyr. And who do we got in the back seat?
We got
driver?
Lee Tiffin.
Yeah. I mean, so the test drives don't get any better than that.
Cat.
And we got your mother back here watching to make sure you're doing everything right.
She's great. She's great.
And once again, we've got the lifestyle specialist answering questions that Michelle had.
All right, I've never been in a Super C, and we're actually going to take a quick test drive. Somebody else is doing it. I'm just along for the ride. We're going to see how this baby on this frame works. Look at that hitch. You can imagine what that can pull. I'll put it on screen. This is the model here, the Summit Air. We'll see how much the air ride seats actually move when you're going over bumps. Model 4505. This baby, if you're interested in crash worthiness as a part-timer or a full-timer, this has got it.
All right, we are at the end of the day, and we're actually heading over for it's going to be a dinner and mingle outdoors amongst the motorhomes tonight. So
Right.
They're going to have the food set up, and I think they're having music too.
We saw it set up. They were setting up the buffet, and it's kind of cool because you're going to be in and amongst the gadgetry, the RVs that we're all interested in, and it's going to give us a chance to actually interact and converse with all the different people on all the different test drives that they probably went
Ooh,
at.
a lot of test drives today.
This is going to be a fun mingle, and then tomorrow and the next day we're going to be hitting it hard with name brand country music stars really dazzling us. So I got to hand it to this show for the variety of things that we're seeing and doing for entertainment.
Yeah.
I do have one complaint though.
Oh, what's your complaint?
Too much food, too much to eat, and too much to drink.
We're constantly, well, the water, drinking a lot of water was good, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
All right, day 2 is done.
So I think it's kind of funny. Well, funny's the wrong word. Okay, keep the camera on so I turn you. If you look in back of us here, look inside the rigs. It's 8:30 at night.
Oh yeah.
And people are looking at it. In fact, you know what, honey? We're going to take a walk because I remember seeing in the literature that National Indoor decided to show you the light show on what the rigs
That's true. Oh my God, look at that.
Night.
Yeah.
So let's I'm getting goosebumps.
Okay.
So we're going to flip.
Well, let's not wait any longer.
Yeah.
Let's show them.
Let's flip the camera. So it's about, I don't know, 8:45 now. And we're talking about one of the features on the end of today's RV Expo, Music City. What they've done right here is they've given you every experience. Now you get to see what these babies look like at night when they're traveling down the road, if that at all trips your trigger. And you can see that the RVs are all still open and you can still tour them all. So as you're willowing down your choices, you can go and have some personal time with each one of these rigs. You laugh.
Personal time.
You laugh. Well, maybe that pertains.
It sounds naughty.
Yeah, it pertains maybe more to the engine compartment for the guys, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay. I mean, look at how cool this looks.
All lit up. It's like Christmas, and everybody's got lights on.
Yeah, right here. Somebody's in there right now.
In the Dutch side.
Yeah, for all you know, they're closing the deal. You never know. Sue, could you give me your lens rag to see if you've got it all
jazzed up,
oiled up here? Let's just see here. I think it's better. Is it?
There you go. It's day number 3. We're heading in for breakfast again, and it's always fun to see who will we be sitting with today.
Well, so there's no interview here, but I think what's wonderful about this is that we can literally sit every day after the previous day, and we can talk about the different rigs that everybody has test drove, and maybe exclude some. You know, maybe Clyde has driven something and he goes, yeah, I didn't like it, or too rich for my blood, or you know, too slow, or whatever. So every day we're comparing notes, and we're just like little kids. After about a half an hour, it's like, okay, enough eating. I got more rigs. Yeah. In fact, that's what's going to happen to us, because at 10 o'clock we're actually going to our first seminar, but we got to make sure we get there.
What are you doing, Mark?
Oh, hi, Sue. I just figured out that $10 says that they just eliminated the ceiling fan in that bathroom. You don't need it. Just open the doors.
That's right. Walk away. And there are a number of seminars every day.
So if you decide to come to the VIP show, and let's say, for instance, you decide, you know what, I found the make I found the model. Let's say, for instance, you're going to get a Newmar. If you're all set, you've got your pricing, and now you want to configure it so that you can get an accurate estimate when the rig would be ready, you can actually design the whole thing by coming and looking at the different books. And let's stick with Dutch Star because that's pretty much the only thing that we know. And in this model year, 2026, here you have all of the different interiors groups. So that particular trim model, all of the different leathers, all of the different tiles. This is your rig, and you can get it done exactly like you want it. Let's go over here and look at the color schemes. I think if you count the colors on these boards, they're typically 5 colors. And for all of the different models and all of the different names of the color schemes, that can serve as your basis, and then you can start mixing and matching things. To wrap up, if you look at this design center and you're ready to rock and you're ready to configure your RV how you want it to look, this is it. I only took this much because I'm taking some of it home for later tonight.
She's opening tonight for Miss Sarah Evans. She is the granddaughter of our very own President and CEO, Mr. Brett Davis. Let's give a very warm welcome to Miss Ashley Church.
So we're going on a test drive with David and Donna, and we're not only going to go on the Dutch Star, but we're going to go on the Ventana. And not only that, we're going to do them back to back. Not only that, we're going to do them the same route. Not only that, we're going to do it with the same driver. So it's going to be as identical as a test drive as we can back to back. And it's a 4369, 450 engine in the back, and a tag axle. So let's get going. And what we're experiencing now is a locked steering wheel, the turning radius on the Dutch Star, and it's the same on Ventana, and for that matter, some of your other rigs. This is a 44-foot long one. That was impressive. So after our test drive and many, many hours later, we sat in the comfort of this beautiful Ventana here. We are getting a real price on the exact rig that these guys want. All right, so because we're too cheap to buy real actors, we got real purchasers of this motorhome, and this model is the 37K Anthem Entegra. As I'm walking around, people keep saying, oh, you should look at the 37K, and what do? They ended up buying it right away, you know? So
It happens here.
people are still able to test drive this while it's here, and they're still coming in like we are. Yeah, and this is especially nice if you don't really get along with your travel partner.
You can have your space.
There's enough distance there, you know?
So we have a gas model and we're upgrading to a
Okay.
diesel
Yeah.
model.
Wow.
Okay. Thanks for letting us come to your home.
Hold on, there's one missing.
I hope nobody notices how many plates I used eating. This is getting dangerous now.
Are you gonna do it?
About 8:45 in the morning, and I'm assuming everybody heard of the Last Supper. Well, you know what this is, Sue? This is the last breakfast.
So this is the last day. It's a short day. Everything is pretty much wrapped up by 2 p.m.
Mhm.
And it's a simple continental breakfast. We've already seen, there's the campground back there. We've already seen a few take off early this morning. And they actually are still test driving. They had so many people driving so many different rigs that they extended it. They were going to do it, and I think they're extending the time even today just to make sure everybody gets to drive what they want to drive.
I think we learned a lot this second time we were at this event on how things work. I'm expecting it's going to be somewhat a flurry of activity today because remember, you don't have to buy at this event now. You have literally a year and a day to think about thinking about it, and you can buy new or used. So what a lot of people are going to do today when they finally whittle down their possibilities, their must-haves, or the one or two only, they're going to fill out what's called build sheets, and they're going to get some real, honest-to-goodness, bottom of the barrel pricing when they leave. They'll leave knowing how good that pricing is for, and that will be in their records, and they can continue to deal, you know, however long it takes to get the deal done to their satisfaction, and more importantly, their timing.
Yeah, exactly. We were told too that exhibitors and vendors will probably be a little busy this morning too. People last minute thinking about what they want to buy, buying it. Caravans, signing up for caravans. People have had time to think about it, buy their new rig, and plan for the big caravan somewhere.
I heard people that were in the vendor building, they go, okay, no, tomorrow, that would be today. We'll be over and pick the so-and-so up. So all of those RVs are going to be loaded up with all sorts of stuff from the vendor building. So the vendors are actually going to be very, very happy.
Yeah, it's a good day
Speaking of that,
for them.
let's make the Chan Man happy. I need a coffee.
Let's go get our coffee. Here we go. And that pretty much wraps up the last day when we had a chance to catch up with our new friends and check in on their experiences and purchases. We also want to say it was fantastic meeting so many like-minded RVers. We had a blast. And congratulations to the new RV owners. Also, thanks to Brett Davis and all involved in making this truly a memorable experience. But like we said in the beginning, if you come to this event next year, why not come a few days early and take in what the Nashville area has to offer? We met up with our friends Kirk and Kathy and attended the Nascar Craftsman Truck Series setup and practice. Kirk and Kathy are Newmar track ambassadors, which sponsors the Legacy Motor Club.
Mark, do you know where you're at?
Yes, I'm in Tennessee, and this is actually
The Nashville Super Speedway.
This is a perk of having good RVing friends that you end up meeting on the road. We got Kirk, Kathy here in the back.
You're actually going to go to a Craftsman Truck Series race tonight. So we're going to go around, we're going to go in the infield, we're going to go and see other RV owners and say hello to them.
So this is kind of exciting, and so we're at the Legacy Motor Club setup here, but you can see how exciting this is going to be. They're almost set up here. We're a little bit premature. That's good that we can actually show stuff like this. But look at the suite that they're going to have for all the movers and shakers that are in this organization. Imagine bellying up to the bar here when the race is running, that we're going to actually go in the infield, and unbelievable excitement on the OGM YouTube channel. Alright, I don't know if you can hear me, but we're going to go over and look at the cars trying to qualify. Actually, it's the truck series, the Infinity Truck Series. And tell me below in the comments if you'd like to see Mark and Sue attend one of these races. Soup to nuts, top to bottom, the all day long, the whole series. Put something down in the comments, yay or nay.
We want to thank everybody for watching, and we also want to thank Brett Davis and the whole National Indoor RV Center family that put this event together. It was outstanding. We also would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. The YouTube algorithms recognizes the relevance of YouTube channels only when folks actually subscribe to them. It's free and is especially good with coffee in the morning. So until we get to meet you on the road or in a campground someday or a repair place, We invite you to join us most Sunday mornings for another episode of Our Journey in Myles. Safe travels.